Good morning. YouTube and your channel aren't very good. First off, this project here we got going on is a little sniper range. Local law enforcement, SWAT teams, etc. asked if we could help finish a project that they started when they realized they're not exactly into cutting trees. So we're in here helping them finish up what they started. Got about a day or so in here to help them finish up what they started. Back to YouTube. Did you know that 12 years ago, 2013, I did my first YouTube video and I forgot about it. I did a couple of videos and didn't really know what YouTube was at the time. Had no idea how big a platform it was even back then. About 2 years ago, 3 years ago, one of my buddies started doing YouTube and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool, that's cool stuff. And he said, did you know you can get monetized on it? I can get paid for this stuff? I was like, nope. I had no idea that you could get monetized on YouTube. Not a clue. And it was intriguing to me, but I still at that point didn't really care, had no idea how it worked or anything, and I'm still learning. But 2 years ago, I decided, maybe I'll give this a shot. Started realizing exactly how big YouTube is and the potential if you actually are a good YouTuber. So I was working out west, bought a GoPro, and decided to just kind of see what it's like, if it's something I feel like doing or not. I honestly forgot I had the channel, had no idea if it was even active anymore, didn't even know if I knew the password, had no idea. I hadn't checked it in years. And so I decided, I'm gonna check it out. So I checked it out, lo and behold, I was still able to access my YouTube channel. And I started posting a few videos out west of some fun I was having and some work, and just kind of posted them on YouTube. Still didn't really pay any attention to it. And I'll tell you why. Here's why. I don't like how I sound, and I don't like how I look on video. Now, one of the things that probably is kicking me in the butt as far as my talking is sometimes I don't talk clear enough. And I think what's kicking me in the butt on that was when I was little, I used to think it was kind of cool if you could talk without your lips moving and without your mouth moving. You know what that does. It muffles your talk, makes it unclear, and visually, it's just weird. I'm not a ventriloquist. And so why in the world did I think that was cool? I have no idea why I thought it was cool. And now I gotta unlearn how to do that. And the other reason why I probably struggle with YouTube a little bit is my visual, my face. I don't like how my face looks on YouTube. On any video, actually. I am one of those kind of people who looks much better in the dark. You turn those lights off, then I don't look too bad. I don't like my side profile, I don't like how I look from the front, I don't like how my shirt hangs over my hidden six-pack. I just don't like it. But I want to get over that and prove to myself that I can actually overcome that insecure part of my life. Well, there, now you know what I'm insecure about in one way. So I started doing some YouTube videos. And I was talking to a friend, and we were talking about YouTube and people who get monetized and people who are good YouTubers, etc., etc. This person said, "Yeah, well, you're not gonna go very far on YouTube." I just kind of laughed. I was like, "Yeah? What makes you say that?" "Well, your channel actually isn't very good. Your videos they're not really that great." Fair enough. I can handle that. I'd rather someone be brutally honest with me and tell me exactly what they're thinking, rather than someone who's beating around the bush and then you're left guessing exactly what they're saying. Because my mind, if you're beating around the bush trying to say what you mean, trying to not hurt my feelings, my mind's already went to the worst case scenario anyway. And so my mind has already told me that you're telling me that I suck and I shouldn't be doing what I do anyway. So you might as well just be honest with me and tell me exactly what you're thinking, because my mind's already thought worst case scenario and has associated you with that worst case scenario in my mind. So back to YouTube. I decided I'm going to do it anyway. And by YouTube analytics, I also suck by YouTube analytics. Now, I have watched tons and tons of video on YouTube, how to be successful on YouTube, what to do, what not to do, how to niche. Excuse me, I got a little something in my throat there. You gotta niche down, double down on your niche. Find your niche. 10 ways to find your niche. 100 ways, find your niche. Be niched in 3 days. You can have 1 million subscribers in 3 months or whatever. Yeah, whatever. Most of that content, what you see, and what I'm realizing in niched YouTube and people who do YouTube channels, there's so much copycatting going on. There's not a whole lot. I shouldn't say not a whole lot, but excuse me there. I'm telling you, you get raw video here. Ain't nothing edited on these videos. What you hear is what I recorded, and I ain't changing it. But what I saw on YouTube is there are so many copycat channels. One person does something successful, and then you find the next person will change just a little bit, use a lot of the same headline, a lot of the same hashtags, and then that person gets 500,000 views. The next person copies that, and so on and so on. I am not gonna do that. I want to be original. I want to be my own niche. What YouTube doesn't realize, my niche is that I ain't niched. And they might be right that I'm not going anywhere. My friends might say, you know what, you're not going anywhere because YouTube uses these algorithms to find your crowd. And I screw up all the algorithms of YouTube, all the digital algorithms that say, oh, we gotta push this because this dude is going to this crowd and we gotta push it this way. No, YouTube's probably looking at my algorithms and pulling their hair out and saying, we don't know what to do with this guy because he ain't niched. Well, I'm telling you, my niche is that I ain't niched. So, to that person who says, I ain't going very far, that's okay. Because when someone tells me I ain't gonna do something and I'm not gonna go very far, I have something inside of me that says, watch me. I'm gonna prove you wrong. And now they might be right in YouTube analytics that, yeah, maybe I won't go very far. Maybe I won't ever get monetized. I have no idea. But I'm gonna win personally because I already feel more comfortable with my voice, and I don't feel comfortable with this tree the way I grabbed it there. Those trees there were all hand cut, just kind of flopped down, so now I gotta pick through it, get it all organized for the next stage. Back to where I was. I'm personally winning because I'm getting more comfortable with talking on video. Audio is getting better. I'm still not crazy comfortable showing my face. I would much rather have you see what I'm doing for work than show my face talking. But that is getting better. And YouTube analytics and popular YouTubers would look at my YouTube channel and say, boy, what in the world are you doing? Stop embarrassing yourself. I just got a notice the other day that I just hit 3,000 view hours. Just hit that. Just Sunday, I think it was. So congratulations, you've hit 3,000 hours of view time. And I was like, what the heck? Last I checked, I only had 369, I think. And I was like, what in the world? Did I go viral? I was like crossing my fingers like, did I go viral? Did I go viral? So I quick checked my analytics. Guess what? That 3,000 hours of view time was my lifetime channel. So in 12 years, I amassed 3,000 hours of view time. Now a YouTuber, a real pro YouTuber, they're getting that in 1 week on one video. I got it in 12 years. Tell you that, I'll tell you, YouTube, I just won that one, proved you wrong. I got 3,000 hours of view time. It took me 12 years, but I still got it. And Sunday was a win for me. When I get 1 subscriber, I'm feeling pretty good. Now Sunday, let me tell you, I got 6 subscribers. 6 subscribers. Boy, I was so happy. I was telling my family, I said, man, I got 6 subscribers today. Of course, they're faking happiness. They're like, oh, that's cool. Good for you. That's awesome. And I don't think they really cared. But they tried to be positive because, hey, no, I'm not going anywhere on YouTube. But who knows? I just might prove them wrong. Actually, it won't be me proving them wrong. It'll be you proving them wrong. See, I'm not very eloquent either on YouTube, but I'm gonna keep doing videos, and if you like them, just let me know. If you want to keep hearing these ramblings as I'm working my very unpolished work that I'm doing as far as even working and talking, sometimes it's like drinking and driving, like I mentioned before. It's just drinking and driving. I'm talking out while I'm working. You never know what's gonna happen when I'm talking while I'm working. Some of you probably enjoy it. Some of you probably are like, oh good Lord, shut this guy up. But that's okay, because sometimes I just like to irritate people too. So I really don't have much else to say. My battery's almost dead, and I'm just working. I'm bored talking. Maybe you'll find this entertaining, maybe you find it irritating. Either way, if I irritated you, I won. If I entertained you, I won. If I gained you as a subscriber, I won. If I gained an hour or 2 of view time, I won. So really, there is no downside. It was a winning day for me.